Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome into Old Mountain Bricks. Today we're going to be working on the Lego city here. We've got to try and finish up the beach here today, as well as add some more detail to it. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. If you've been following along, we've been improving our Lego beach area. I can't wait to try and finish this thing up and move on to something else, as we've got a number of things in the city that definitely need our attention, but the beach has kind of been the main concern, as it's one of the main focal points as you enter in our Lego room here. So we definitely want to try and make that as presentable as possible, especially when you're looking at the city from this particular angle that I happen to use a lot. So what we're going to try and do, I think, is do the last bit of the water detail. You can see we kind of started it over here using the transparent light blue tiles that gives it that kind of shiny texture that makes it look a bit more like water, as opposed to just the studs that we've been doing here. I felt like I ordered another set of these slopes from Lego that never arrived. I think that was quite a while ago, so either they didn't get sent or they're just that much back ordered with those kind of pieces. I know at the beginning of the year, Lego tends to change up the pieces that they kind of use on their website there, so maybe they're just a little bit behind with doing that. But I think that's going to be a good starting point for us today, is maybe try and figure out if there's anything else we need to do to the water. I've been holding out on it because once you put all these down, it's hard to get them out without having to really get in there and kind of use like an X-Acto knife or something to break one off if you want to get in the middle of one of these there. So let's kind of think about that and see what we can figure out. Because we want to add a few other things into the water here. So we've got like these two little boats there. We've got like this nice little sailboat over here, as well as a number of minifigures in this cup that were originally on the beach or we want to add to the beach. So we need to figure out if there's going to be maybe any other swimming minifigures or that kind of thing to help add to the story a little bit there. Maybe what we should do is dump out some of these figures here and just kind of see overall what we've got, and maybe that'll guide us just a little bit. Okay, so gently bring out some of these guys. So obviously some of them probably didn't belong on the beach here, like some of these old school clone troopers there with like the see-through helmet and stuff with like just the black head underneath that I had from like the ARC 170, and a few of these others here. I think like some of these like snow troopers probably or snow rebel troopers don't need to be there as well. So let's see if we can at least sort some of those out that I want to include and go from there. Alright, we've whittled it down just a little bit. I could probably do a little better, but we can maybe do that as we're doing things. So we've got some beach-related characters, mermaids, pirates, other ones that just don't have a shirt on, and Aquaman, that kind of stuff, and a few beach-looking type folks that I think will be helpful. So I'm going to try and spread out a couple stories here. We also dumped out a few of the extras, like a little crab, some flippers, this little trike, a dolphin, umbrella, surfboard, all that kind of stuff. So we'll see if we can place some of that as well here. Alright, and just a few stories added. We've got these two guys swimming, Aquaman coming in after a nice, whatever Aquaman does, fish-related things. We've got the shark repellent story playing out over here again. These guys got some ice cream. We've got some pirates meeting up to discuss some things. These two folks out for a walk on the beach with their dog. This is just some extra stuff we're going to have to work on in a little bit, but like the mermaid Batman and the other mermaid and the captain somewhere out in the ocean here. This lady just kind of coming by. These two laying on the beach. Princess Leia laying on the beach with Han and Luke and the sand stormtrooper over there. We've got this lady walking up to visit the snack shack. We've got some of the adventures stories playing out back here that I was wanting to do, and a few other random minifigures throughout. This person walking up to get something from the hot dog van. So of course, as we continue to grow the Lego City, and the beach will add some more stories, so it's not completely slammed yet, but just enough to get us started. So let's go ahead and start working on some of the water. All right, we have made some pretty good progress over here. You can see all the tile work we got done, but we are running low. I don't think we'll be able to finish up basically a base plate-ish amount with this here, so we will need to wait to finally complete it at that point. But I think we've made a lot of good progress on it here. It really does make a big difference there, especially when you look at it more from this angle. I know the time lapse is hard to kind of show up. You can see Aquaman kind of jumping out of the water there, and those guys kind of floating in just look a little bit better than it did before. So I think it looks pretty good. I don't really want to leave all that stuff sitting there, so I might clean that back up for now while we wait a little bit. But we are moving right along here on the Lego City Beach. I think it's made a lot of good progress. I can't wait until we finish it up, so definitely stay tuned and subscribe to Old Mountain Bricks to keep up with our Lego City and our beach updates here, as they'll continue coming. But we'll definitely need to add some more minifigures again. I don't want to cram random ones in here like I did before. I just want to have ones that make sense to be on the beach, at least a little bit. I mean, like Wolverine and Korg having an ice cream is one thing, but I just don't need a whole bunch of random minifigures in here. But I think we'll continue to do that as time goes by. And when we finish the beach area, I'm sure we'll actually start to focus on our city just a little bit more and kind of redo some of the minifigures there as well. After that, I plan to tackle our nature and campground area. But I think that will do it here for today. So make sure you leave a like on the way out there. Comment down below if you have any suggestions for the Lego City, what you think of it so far. Until next time, thanks for coming by Old Mountain Bricks today. Have a good one.